I want to talk about belief, what you believe about yourself. What do you believe is true for you? What do you believe is possible for you? Many of you have heard me share the story of growing up rural Mississippi, obviously a black girl. At the time we were called colored people, Negroes, and my grandmother was a maid. That's all she ever knew. The only real expectation she held for me was that I would one day become a maid and, in her words, have some good white folks, meaning people who would not speak negatively about me, who would allow me to take food home, who would be good to me, would treat me with some level of dignity and respect. That was my grandmother's dream for me. But I had another dream for myself, another more than a dream. I had a belief for myself. And I remember watching her hang out clothes on a line one day and say to me, "You have to watch me, Oprah Gail, because one day you'll have to do this for yourself." And knowing inside myself that that was not going to be my life. Don't know how I knew it, other than that thing that we all have, intuition or an instinct that said, no, this will not be my life. But because I sensed that and was connected to that, and I remember it was a very still moment. It was quiet, and I was still, and I was watching her. I could see her right now with the clothespins in her mouth and putting them on the line and seeing the breath, because it was cold, the moisture coming from her lips. And I knew that that would not be my life. I knew that I will not be hanging clothes on a line in a backyard in Mississippi. So I was either 4 or 5 years old. And that belief that that would not be my life is what I held on to for the longest of times. I just, no matter what, believed that there was something bigger, greater, more for me. I had no idea that it would take the form that it has taken. The hottest ticket in television! That I would become a person on television, and that I would do all the things that I've done, because obviously when I was growing up, there was nobody like me on television. We're going to Australia! I just believed that there was something more, and I was always cognizant of what that more was. And what you will find is that at different times in your life, the call will be different. For some people, they know from the time that they were, old enough to speak what it is they wanted to do. I didn't know that. I had no idea for the longest time. I was looking around me and trying to feel my way through what felt like the right thing. But what I knew was that whatever that right thing was, it wasn't going to be what everybody else told me it was. And so I think that's true for not just people who become known or become famous. I think it's true for everybody who decides for themselves that there is something more. And I want to listen to what that is and be guided by that. Now, many times people ask about, what is my purpose? How do I know what my purpose is? How do I know what I'm supposed to do? The only way to know what to do in life is to pay attention to the life that you're living right now. You can't get it by listening to other people. There's a wonderful Bible passage that says, "Be still and know that I am God." You can't allow the voices of the world to drown out that which I know is the voice of God, the voice of your own consciousness, the voice of the purest light of yourself, because that is how the energy of God speaks to all of us. And so, knowing that, number one, you deserve and are worthy of the best that your creation has to offer, and believing that there is a reason why you are here, and understanding that your job is to figure out what that is and then follow that belief.